would go on to direct The Force Awakens. He would not direct Last Jedi. Rian Johnson would. I thought it was a fantastic movie. And then they brought him back on for Rise of Skywalker, which I believe was a major mistake.
He ruined it.
Personally. Are we live?
We're good.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome in. Wednesday, Wake Up Barstool. Look at that, dude. We got the man with two jobs, Bob Chesney, coming on to preview
Scottie
the playoffs.
Scheffler's coming on the show.
Yeah, Scottie Scheffler. That's what I said. I told you it's going to be a great show, and you're being a curmudgeon.
This is crazy.
Scottie Scheffler's kicking off hour 2. He's apparently a big Stu Feiner fan.
Scottie Scheffler?
So he just wanted to come on for Stu. All right, and we're going to do our college football playoff breakdowns and predictions. It all starts now on FS1. Good morning, world. This is Mostly Wake Up with T-Bob Bear, Brandon Walker, Ebo, Connor Griffin, and our guy, KB, behind the desk. What's going on, boys? How we doing this morning? Dude, fun night last night.
Yeah.
A lot of us staying up late at the Barstool After Dark Christmas Spectacular. Griff and B-Walk on the call. Y'all did an excellent job.
We really did. Yeah, we were fantastic.
Very funny, very entertaining on Marathon Stream, guys.
T-Bob, congratulations to you and all the reindeer.
Yes, Team Reindeer managing to take home the win. I'm very battered and bruised still from the musical chairs game.
That got violent.
It got very violent. I split my thumb. I got wrist bruise. Yeah. So as you can see here, Dan, of course, going ultra competitive, trying to. I'm seeing him and Max. I get caught in a bad spot. I think I'm out. But Dan had stolen an extra chair, and I gotta give some credit to Che here because. Once I get this leg hooked on this leg, he should have had no chance. And he actually lasted a way longer time than I ever would have thought from the bad angle that he had. But never give up, kids. One day you too can be a near 37-year-old father of 3 wrestling a 6'3" Asian man for a chair in a game that means nothing, that leaves you feeling like you just played an entire football game the next day, and make sure you have 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah. The beauty is, though...
What a job! It actually is awesome.
Did you see Che's injury?
No,
Oh, he took a vicious cut on the hand.
He was bleeding.
Yeah, I mean...
He had a gash on the hand.
It's kind of... Hey, musical chairs did not mess around.
No.
Well, it never does.
It never does. That is true. I should have known.
But it's always great when you get to come together with your coworkers, you get in the holiday spirit, you get all festive, you drink some hot cocoa, and you have a night, you know?
It was excellent. Also,
Now, spell that for me.
I believe it would be CHOCHO.
that makes it because it makes chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how you spell cocoa. Shout out Chef Donnie.
I would agree with that. I think.
To be fair to Chef Donnie, he might just be a big Disney Pixar fan.
I don't know.
And he may not have ever cooked in his
true.
life. He may not know what the
Also,
ingredient cocoa is.
To be fair to Donnie, he is on a generational run right now of content and entertainment. I think
Stupidity,
Chef Donnie's
too.
the best we got.
Yeah. Now, I would imagine most of the audience knows what we're referencing and talking about here. In case you don't, we have a very talented man. Oh yeah. Okay. You know. Okay. Well, let me set it up first. We have a very talented man who works here at Barstool, Chef Donnie. He is deviously good looking. He's a
Handsome
man
guy.
of extreme adventure sports. He skydives. He is. He's a legitimate chef. He is trained in the Parisian outlands over in France. I believe he's maybe Puerto Rican somewhere.
Sure.
I'm setting it up, guys. I'm setting it up. So the point is, a man can't have everything, and apparently, he's just maybe not that smart.
We've had Super Bowls with less lead in than this, less build up than
But
this.
that was it. That was the.
All right. And This is
Okay. Yeah.
there we
He
go.
might have been asked Coco.
Spell
C-O-C-O.
Coco.
Wait. Not finalist. No. I went fast. C-H-O-C-O. He added an H.
Oh, no, wait. CHO. Also, if you're wondering, audience, that was a shock collar.
Yes.
That he had attached to his neck because you got shocked in the neck if you got it wrong. What a night. What a Christmas party, guys.
What a company.
What a
KB,
company.
how long have you known about the Chef Donnie stuff? Because I feel like you guys have spent a decent amount of time together in the past, no?
His ability to mask his complete lack of intellect for 7 years is incredible. Even like knowing him, being out with him socially, he put on a mask. He knows enough about cooking in France to sound smart, but he is a buffoon's buffoon.
All right, so that was a lot of fun. Let's again, guys. We got Coach Bob Chesney coming up next. We got Scottie Scheffler kicking off hour number 2. Let's talk some college football playoff here, and later in the show, we're going to work through our bracket like a writer's room, okay? We're going to kick it around. We're going to choose winners as a team, and we'll see who we think becomes the eventual national champion. But let's start previewing some of these games this weekend, and let's start with maybe the best game on the docket, Miami, Texas A&M.
Why do you think that's better than Alabama, Oklahoma?
An insightful question. I believe...
That both,
No. I just had to consider it. I'm thinking about it. I believe, and I'm making sure that I believe this. I believe that Texas A&M and Miami are both less flawed than Alabama and Oklahoma.
Okay.
I think Alabama really stumbled down the stretch. I think Oklahoma has a championship-level defense with probably the most flawed side of the ball in the entire field when you're talking about John Mateer and that Oklahoma Sooner offense. And so, yeah, it feels to me like this is an A&M team that we'll get into. It's for the most part has the makings of a championship team with a couple of very odd red flags and Achilles heels, and it's kind of the same thing for Miami. Yeah, the offense is what it was last year with Cam Ward, but the defense is markedly better. Ruben Bain is who we thought he was going to be, ACC Defensive Player of the Year. So yeah, I think these are they're less flawed than the other game.
You know, that's an interesting point. The offense for Miami isn't technically as statistically good as it was last year, but it has just as many weapons.
Yeah.
And in a one-game situation, the receiver, Malachi Toney, he's going to be hard to deal with. C.J. Daniels, like these are weapons that you've got to answer for. And then Carson Beck in a one-game, one-off can be just as good as anybody in the country. It's over the stretch of 4 or 5 weeks where I believe his deficiencies show.
Yeah.
I think these are two very good teams. Again, I would push back slightly on the fact that they are less flawed than Alabama or Oklahoma because this is a Miami team that lost twice as double-digit favorites.
Yeah.
The flaws are definitely there, and A&M, I think they are a product of their schedule. I think they are a good, solid team that is here because their first 7 games in the SEC were against the bottom 7 teams in the conference. They do have the win over Notre Dame. So when you're picking apart teams, you can do that for days. But as far as evenly matched teams, I think Alabama-Oklahoma is a great game, and I think this is a phenomenal game as well.
I think the reason why I'm more excited for this one is because we already saw
That's right.
Alabama, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's also
There's
true.
fatigue there.
Yeah, that's true.
I do think Carson Beck, they do a really good job of protecting him down there in Miami. I don't know if Texas A&M will be able to protect Marcel Reed. The first 4 for Miami, that defensive line, as T-Bob, you alluded to, is insane.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Yes, and I can't wait to see that matchup. There wasn't a single team last year, though, in this first round that won as a road team. It was all the home teams that won in the first round. So very curious to see if it changes.
I thought last year you had four mismatches. This year you have 2.
Yeah.
And not to insult anybody here, I mean, but on paper, there's 2 mismatches, and then there's 2 very evenly matched games. Last year, we thought Tennessee had a chance going to Ohio State, but that's because we hadn't realized
all the Vol fans buying up all the tickets.
We hadn't realized what Ohio State was in the midst of turning into after that loss to Michigan.
Well, you mentioned front 4 Miami. That's going to be huge here, and this is a little cliche in terms of how do you stop a great quarterback? Pressure with 4, right? But if you go and really watch that Texas A&M game, Texas very clearly favored dropping into coverage and making Marcel Reed, discipline rush lanes, keep him in the pocket. And granted, he got hurt, which contributed to this, but make him beat you purely with his arm. And he looked a bit panicky back there. And Miami has the front 4 to do it. We'll see if the secondary can hold suit in the same way that Texas did. But yeah, now from the A&M perspective, it does feel like they have all the makings of a championship team in terms of they're good on the lines, they can stretch you with weapons. They've won high-scoring games, won low-scoring games on the road in Notre Dame. But there is an idea that maybe they peaked a bit too early. It's not just the Texas game in which they haven't been very good. It's actually the last 3 games. They've given up more sacks, throwing more picks, third down conversions. They were converting 43%. That's gone down to 24 over that last 3-game stretch. So they too, I know I mentioned Alabama, their kind of A&M is kind of stumbling into this playoff as well a little bit.
South Carolina's defensive line gave them fits. And South Carolina's defensive line has a star on it. And guess who else's defensive line has a star on it? The Miami defensive line.
Yeah.
Like I really think Miami can go in there, and I don't think if Miami gets up on them like South Carolina did, they're gonna fall apart. They're a much better team. But again, Miami isn't exactly a team that's like been the stars on the road all year. You know, they went to SMU and lost a game in overtime. So like this is it's a very evenly matched up game, and it's. I am just more of a believer in Miami than I am of Texas A&M. That's what it boils down to for me.
How much of a home field advantage are you willing to give these schools in the playoff? It's off a semester, right? It's winter break. Do you think there is a true 3.5-point edge playing at home?
I think even more so, probably.
Yeah, I think with A&M you bump it up maybe even more than a traditional team, given their just extreme level of belief. Like this is the biggest game they've had in that stadium.
Yeah. And winter break be damned. I think students are there. Everybody's going to be there.
Okay.
I don't think there's any student that is like, well, I'm going home to Paducah. I'm not going to stay for this playoff game.
What about JMU Oregon, guys? JMU going 2 Autzen. How we feeling, Ebo?
This is a trap. I feel excitement, I guess. I don't know. Why not win a playoff game?
You should.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Let's win a playoff game.
Yeah.
Who said we can't win one? Besides everybody.
I will say this: if you just go off pure stats and yards per play allowed, yards per play, JMU hangs with the other teams. Like Tulane really doesn't. Tulane's a little bit more statistically middling, but found ways to win all of their games. JMU's defense against the teams that they played has been really dominant this year. There's that run of second half shutouts and whatnot. The problem is, in my opinion, I think they're running into an Oregon team that is arguably even more complete than last year's was. That went undefeated and won the Big Ten.
Good, because last year's team was down 34-0 after in the first half of this game.
I would point to the fact that Oregon has struggled at times with teams that are inferior to them. We saw them. Iowa take them to the ropes this year. Last year, Idaho, people completely forget. Idaho had them dead to rights and lost that game. And we saw Boise State go in last year and give them a good game. So I have at least enough faith in the sense that there is proof that it's been done before. But, I understand that winning on the road as a 21-point underdog is tough. And so we're going to have to play basically a perfect game. I would have to imagine it'd be like a 17-14 type game if we were to win in this game.
Yeah, it's got to be defensively driven.
Correct.
Here's a beautiful part of this game. And Tulane game, too. People can say Tulane and JMU don't belong here. People can say they're going to get killed. People can say they don't believe they have a chance. They have football. They're playing in these football games. JMU is here. JMU fans can look out at the world and say, whatever you say, we're getting ready for a football game. We're here. We're in this. We get to do this. All the idiots like me, right, who doubt it, who say, you shouldn't be here.
Safety issue and stuff.
My team's getting ready for the Mayo Bowl.
Crazy.
Now, Brandon, don't downplay yourself. The Mayo Bowl is prestigious. If I could play in any other game, but this game on Saturday, I would play in the Mayo Bowl.
Yeah, but haters can shut up. You guys are here.
Yep.
And a couple of names to watch out for from the JMU standpoint, because granted, a lot of us probably didn't watch JMU on a weekly basis. Quarterback Alonzo Barnett. It's a Sun Belt Player of the Year, a guy 35 total tuds, gets it done with his arms, his legs. And then the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year, Trey Hendrick, somebody to keep an eye on also.
Freshman Sahir West as well on the defensive side.
Who's that?
Sahir West.
Sahir West?
Yeah, freshman of the year in the Sun Belt.
He got a title tendy.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he got a title tendy.
Okay.
We got to ask Chesney about that.
And also, Nick DeGennaro went dark mode.
Nick
What does that mean?
He's off social media because he didn't make an all-Sun Belt team. So watch out for him as well.
Okay,
Love that.
Yeah.
Locked and dialed. Shout out Zaryu. Tulane at Ole Miss. These two teams, to me, guys, first off, it's a rematch. Ole Miss dominated during the year. Obviously, there's very interesting storyline to play with Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss entering this game without a head coach. Tulane doesn't have a head coach, but does have their head coach. But these two teams, to me, are actually very similar when you look at them in that statistically, they are probably the least dominant and most flawed amongst their peers in the field, but everything runs through the quarterback. For Ole Miss, it all comes down to Trinidad Chambliss, and for Tulane, it all comes down to Jake Retzloff.
Yeah, here's the thing. We had John Summerall on this show a week ago, right? And I think I believe him. I think I take him at his word when he says, listen, the first time we played, and it was a blowout. Ole Miss won easily. The first time we played terribly, and we're way better than that. And he speaks like a guy who believes he can go in there and win. And I don't know if he can go in there and win, but I do think they go in there and make this a hell of a lot better game than it was the last time.
I've watched enough Ole Miss football to never doubt their ability to screw it up. I mean, like that's just a tried and true college football core belief.
Yeah, Tulane, one of the best teams in the country in turnover margin. Trinidad really doesn't turn the ball over a whole lot. That's
no, Trinidad's
awesome. In his cap. Yeah, like he's a great quarterback. To me, that's the only hope that Tulane has is if they could cause some chaos, force some turnovers. I don't know. I don't see. I give JMU personally a better chance of beating Oregon than I do Tulane beating.
Oh,
wow. That's a spicy take.
I'm saying that because of my boy Ole Miss, or because of my boy Ebo.
And it's funny because I do think JMU is probably a better team.
I'm saying because of my boy Ebo.
You're lying then.
No, I'm saying because of my boy Ebo. And we're gonna have Chesney on the show.
I would feel better about playing Ole Miss.
Let's roll the deuce.
I bet you would. I mean, listen. I think Ole Miss is an incredible story, and obviously they are here too. Like you can't take anything away from them. But you look at these teams that are loaded, like Oregon is the 5 seed, Ole Miss is the 6 seed. I think there's a gigantic gap between those two teams.
Yes, I agree.
And you know, it is what it is, but they're another product of the schedule team.
Also, we have to acknowledge this. So Jake Retzloff, noted Jewish quarterback, Saturday will be the 7th day of Hanukkah. The themes of the 7th day of Hanukkah are themes of hope, inner light, spreading goodness. So if you're a Tulane fan looking for some hope out there, watch out this Saturday.
You're saying,
I just like what Tebow's spitting.
Tebow? You got Ebo's name wrong, then you got Tebow's name wrong.
It's early in the morning. I'm having a bad hair day. I'm sorry. It's getting to me.
I was thinking you're having a good hair day.
He's been having a bad hair week.
Sometimes that happens.
We'll get him right. We try to get him to get a haircut.
All right, look, we'll still get into Oklahoma, Alabama a bit later, but right now it's time to talk to a man who is one of the reasons for the seasons. Bob Chesney, coming up next.
Jesus.
On Wake Up Barstool. No, why did they think, Bob Chesney playoff? One of the reasons. Okay. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. So excited to once again be joined by JMU head coach Bob Chesney, UCLA head coach Bob Chesney. What's going on now? Official friend of the program, coming on a second time. Coach, 2 jobs, a lot going on. How we feeling? How we juggling life right now?
Dude, we're juggling. It's certainly a circus act over here, but it's all good. I think our guys, again, are so locked in on the current mission that we're on, and that's the most important thing that we could possibly focus on. I think everybody, the outside noise, all the other things that come with it, we've done a really good job of managing that all year long, and it's going to take what it's going to take here on Saturday out in Oregon. So our guys are prepared, probably our 3 best days of practice up to this point in time. We just got to keep that rolling today.
And so I want to start with JMU, and then we'll get into some other stuff. But going into Oregon, let's just call it what it is, okay? Everybody's saying you're going to lose. If you just look on an objective talent basis, like y'all are, it's a bit of a David and Goliath thing. Y'all are looking to punch up a weight class or 2 here. Do you acknowledge that with your team? Do you ignore it? Like, what's the process of getting ready to try to affect a major upset?
Yeah, I think you talk about it. I think our guys certainly hear it. They certainly see it. And I think that the only way to be able to understand it from our side is to go meet that head on. And that's really what this is about. We're playing a game Saturday night out in Oregon, and it's very important that we prepare the right way. So when we walk on that field, we could be confident and we could play our normal inspired brand of football. And we have to be in an attack mode there. We can't leave that field with any regrets. We can't practice and not handle our business here and walk off the field, on one of these days with any regrets. That's what you have to be able to do. We understand they're very, very good. We understand that on paper, if we list the amount of stars for us and the amount of stars for them, it's going to be very different. But at the same point in time, you play the game, right? Yep. And we're excited to get out there and do just that.
Hey, Coach. Brandon Walker, the #1 college football media personality on earth. Good to meet you. Brandon Walker. Yeah, Brandon Walker. So my question was, what do you say to the absolute idiots in the media that act like you guys have no chance?
Well, Brandon, to you, I think that it's important that I say to you that when it comes down to it for us, right, that everybody's got to have their own opinion, right? And I think that is perfectly fine. I think you put, again, the stars, you put the records, you put all those things out there. It is what it is. How many times have you seen other teams have the ability that should not beat teams to be able to do it? And I think for me, you see it. We had a conversation in a defensive unit meeting the other day. You see it in basketball all the time, right? It didn't happen for a while. Then all of a sudden it started happening and it's expected. At some point in time, this is year 2 of this playoff bracket, and it's not happened ultimately yet, but it's going to happen somewhere down the line. And then does that become normal is ultimately the question.
Well, I'm probably not going to talk again because we've got an idiot in a JMU sweater and another idiot in a UCLA sweater, and it looks like they're just going to take this interview over. Go ahead, JMU guy.
Coach, great to see you again.
How's the hair?
Yeah, how's the hair? I just want to say thank you. Amazing season. Awesome. You've obviously started to make the transition to UCLA, but also Coach Napier has come in and announced that he will be the next coach at James Madison. And it seems like you guys have a decent relationship in terms of the transition. He's been at practice a couple times. Matt Rohn, the AD, has obviously been a big part of this, moving quickly. Can you talk about the conversations you've been having, maybe the transparency in terms of that transition from you to Coach Napier and how you're keeping guys signed and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. And I think as I was transitioning out of here into that recruiting class, that was one of the most important things for me, was to make sure that stayed intact. And I think for those guys that were wondering if they should sign or not sign, I felt like this is the greatest group of 5 school in the country. And some of those guys that we signed are some of the greatest group of 5 players in the country. And I think it's important that match stayed intact, and majority of those guys signed. And I think that's important. So that was part of the initial, thing for me to help affect next year. And then for me, Coach Napier, he's been at practice. We've been around. We've had numerous conversations. One the other night here pretty late where we were going through what it takes at the next level, roster management. He's been sharing a lot of ideas. We've been sharing about our team. He's been at practices, in our weight room, in our walkthroughs. So I think it's really important. I know he's doing a really good job of making sure that everything we're talking about is about next year. Right. We're still on this mission of completing the mission for this year. So it's not a distraction. We're both been, really, really good about it. He's done a phenomenal job, and I'm excited for him. He's going to do an excellent job here. And I think this program's in very good hands.
Now, you mentioned what comes next for you, Coach, and that's heading to UCLA, taking over a program that was down, got a bit of momentum, it feels like, going into this. The hire met with a lot of excitement. I want to ask you, though, about your kind of roster construction theory, because when we talked to you last time, you talked about building on the JMU level and how you put your thumb on the scale for proven on-field success. And so maybe that meant, instead of taking a guy who's been sitting on the bench, like former 4-star, I'm going to go with a D2 guy who's put up stats, who's won. Do you take that philosophy with you to UCLA? Only now maybe you're drawing from the G5 up there. Like does your philosophy change now at all on a larger stage at UCLA?
Yeah, it definitely has to change a little bit. Just like any time you come into a different program, it can't be the exact same recipe. I can't walk in here and say I'm going to run JMU like we were running Holy Cross exactly, right? There has to be some alterations that occur, and that's exactly what we have to do here. But yes, I think you're 100% right. But previous demonstrated success matters a lot to me. I think power 4 to power 4 guys that haven't played, well, why did they not play? Who was in front of them? I think that matters quite a bit. So there's not any perfect way to do this, but I do think that guys that have played in pressure situations, have produced in pressure situations, and have been the guy at some point from this level, you watch people go up and have a lot of success. And then I think the guys from power 4 to power 4, how did and why did they not play? And who was in front of them that limited their opportunity to play? Are they behind someone what is perceived to be for the next 2 or 3 years? And if so, maybe that still is a good move that can be made. And you have to explore all those options for sure. I don't think there's any perfect scenario. Everybody's different. Everybody's situation was a little bit different. You got to be able to take the time to dive deep into every one of those.
Hey, Coach Chesney. Liam Blutman here, #1 JMU fan from the West Coast.
This is true.
This is very true. I wanted to piggyback off what T-Bob said.
Good God.
And the ways that you guys find talent. If you go back to the teams that you had at Holy Cross, you had Matthew Sluka, Jalen Coker, and Mr. Dobbs, who were all much better than FCS Patriot League talent. You go and you look at this JMU roster. They're saying this game is a safety hazard. They're completely wrong. You look at the defense, Zahir West, much better than a group of 5 guy. Barksdale, his superior closing speed. Like, you guys do have so much talent.
Is there a question in here?
Hey,
There is a
stop.
question
Coach
here,
is
but
loving
Brand,
it.
you're-
Coach is loving it. Brandon,
Brand,
shut
your
up.
team has no future. That's okay. I want you to speak to Zahir West and why he is like such a diamond in the rough.
Yeah. Well, Zahir West was coming to Holy Cross with us. Tyler Brown, one of our other safeties, was going to go to Holy Cross with us at that point in time. And then when we moved down here, it was a little closer to home, and they ended up making that transition, to come here to JMU. But you're at Holy Cross, you're forgetting the entire offensive line. 2 were drafted. One ended up playing at Duke. The other one's the only returning Sun Belt player to come, the first team all Sun Belt player to come back here, and he'll have his chance at the NFL. So this is something, that we've been doing for a while as far as evaluating talent and finding our ability to understand, how to find those diamonds in the rough, how to find what we're looking for. Here's the thing. It's like miracle, right? I don't want the best players. I want the right players. And I think when you take the right players and put them in the right culture, the right environment, the right circumstances, you'll get even more out of them. And I think when you just take the fastest, the biggest, the strongest, it may work, but are they willing to give you the biggest, fastest, and strongest, talents every single day? Right? Those guys maybe a little step below might often outperform those guys. And I'm not saying that's the recipe and the only way to do it. I'm just saying that's something you got to be aware of and keep your eye on, not close your mind to the fact that they may not have a ton of stars or may not have a ton of offers, but you know who that person is. You've seen him at a camp. You started to build a relationship with them. You understand they're your type of guy. I think when you find that, you could accomplish some pretty significant things, which we've done in the past.
Coach, I had one more question real quick about your win at JMU when you won the conference championship. And afterwards, there was a Barstool employee on the field handing out title tendies, handing out a plate of chicken tenders to your players. Do you co-sign with that, or do you want to disavow that right now? Are you okay with a Barstool employee going on the field handing out title tendies like he won something?
I am all in on that. They did win something. I told you before, it takes a village. These guys are just as important part of it, and that matters a lot. And now, whether they should be up or down, I know they were going back and forth, breaking themselves onto the field, jumping over the rail and going back up. That was all part of it. But, ultimately for me, it takes everybody. Even where they stood during that game mattered, right? We started to slip a little bit when they were on the field. So to go back up, reassume their position up there with the tenders and the beers and everything else that they were involved in mattered, right? And we all know what that feels like when you move from one chair to the next chair, when your team starts winning or losing based on what you're sitting or standing. They understood the mission, they accomplished the mission, and so did we.
What a sacrifice, Ebo. You went back to the beers and the chicken tenders.
Yeah, I had to stay
You're
inside.
just a good team player, dude.
I was mandated to stay inside the suite with free food.
We're just ignoring it. He took an underhanded shot at me.
What?
He took an underhanded shot.
Oh, yeah, I guess by extension he did. I didn't think about that. Yeah. You should have done that, Brandon.
I should have. I
Maybe
guess
you'd have a win over the Texas Longhorns.
I should have
right
focused
now.
on the chicken tendies.
Yeah.
Coach, back to UCLA for a minute. It's a job that feels like, and Liam, you can speak to this better than I can, but it's a job that feels like has a lot of untapped potential. I know you're early on in the process, but what are some of the maybe roadblocks or some of the elements maybe do you think that is keeping UCLA from realizing its potential as of yet?
I don't know that any exists right now at this moment. I think that for us, right, it's just got to be a change in the mindset. It has to be a change that we can do this. It's what I talked about before, is that anytime you're looking at, somewhere where you might move your family and go and invest a lot of your life to, can you win there? And I think it has all the elements to be able to win there. I think the timing is right as well. A new chancellor, there's a lot of momentum around it right now. This search committee, is just packed with, powerful people at the next level that have won championships at the professional level. And I think to be able to, pull from them and put all our minds together and make sure that we're really, doing what needs to be done here, it's just going to take a tireless effort. We got to be better in recruiting the state of California. We got to be better in evaluating talent. We got to be better in not taking a back seat to anyone and not playing little brother out here, but making sure that we're in a part where we understand that we can be that team. And that's really what it's going to take. And I'm excited to get out there and do that. But completing this mission, that's next year. Completing this mission, with this game on Saturday is the most important thing.
Now, Coach, look at here, right over my shoulder, right here. Now, this is the current face of UCLA football. Are you prepared? I know you're the coach. Are you prepared to be a co-face of UCLA football with this man?
I think we could do some unbelievable things out there in LA. Me and Liam, 100%. Look at that.
I completely agree. I mean, as Brand said, I'm the one UCLA fan in the media space that's out there and trying to make a difference. And you're going to make a difference on the sidelines for us. We're quite the duo, I think.
It's true. All Liam's dreams are coming true. All right, bring us back to JMU, Ebo, on the way out here.
Oh, I don't really want to talk anymore, JMU. I have a question for Coach. So, I mean, obviously, millions of dollars is great. 70 degrees every day is great. But are you potentially taking this UCLA job to get closer to Los Angeles in a reality TV life again? Because I don't know how many people watching know that you were on Cowboy U. Is this a Hollywood move?
Look at that guy. That's 27 years old, I think, at the time. Look at that.
Wait, so, Coach, you were at Johns Hopkins coaching here, right? And from what I read in the article, while it did reveal that you won the calf roping contest, I did not see how your team ended up doing overall or how you ended up doing. Did you end up winning Cowboy U?
It was close. It was close. I could talk to you a little bit off the air, but man, so the way that started is I had some friends that were part of a casting company. I wanted to go on one of those vacations where you go out there in Colorado or somewhere like that and, do that. And I realized at that point I was making $25,000 a year. It cost $5,000 to do it. So I couldn't do it. So they're like, well, there's a TV show that you might want to look into. I think you'd be great for it. So they explained it to me. And I went out there, you drove down, parked the truck. They took your suitcase. You got nothing from your suitcase. And every day you were wrestling steers, riding bulls, shooting guns off horseback. I learned how to rope. I learned how to, it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. It was really cool. And then it came on like a couple months later, every Friday night. And our team would have a ball with making fun of me and just, the things that happen on there. But I set the record for steer wrestling. I set the record for a lot of different things out there. So just so you know, anytime you guys want to go out there and get down with that, I'm all in.
I should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to rope and ride.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. It's a very cool skill set to have. Coach, thank you so much, man. Again, 2 jobs, no time, yet you made time for us. Best of luck this weekend. Kick ass, Coach Bob Chesney, and good luck, all the continued success in the future.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me on again. Look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
You the man, Coach.
Go Dukes, Coach. Let's win a game.
Go Dukes, baby. Let's win a game. Hey, that's why we play it, boys. Liam, okay, on the way out, how we feeling, baby?
Fired up as ever.
I love this guy, dude. I love this guy.
This is the first time in like a decade I have actual excitement about UCLA football because we have the right guy at the helm. We haven't had that in literally a decade.
How are you feeling?
Fired up.
Okay.
I love that Coach set the record for steer wrestling?
Yep, steer wrestling.
Yeah.
Roping. Hell yeah, dude.
That's a guy that'll fight for you.
Yeah. Coming up next, Griff-Ins and Outs. Connor Griffin going to tell us what we're bringing into next week with us and what we're leaving behind. Don't go anywhere.
I've done some steer wrestling.
More Wake Up Barstool.
Yeah. My dating life in college wasn't great.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. It's time for Griff-Ins and Outs, where Connor Griffin tells us what we're bringing into the next week with us and what we're leaving behind. Connor, take it away.
Thank you, T-Bob. I love you. Okay.
Oh, I love you too.
Why?
My first in, it's LinkedIn.
Oh.
LinkedIn is so in right now.
Okay.
Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah. Listen. Self-slurping slop. Dude, everyone's writing a war memoir about waking up early to send emails. Why? Everyone's writing.
Listen, if you're not networking, you're not trying.
Everyone's writing motivational literature. You're checking your emails at 5 a.m.
Get him, Kyle.
Blessed.
Fernando Mendoza just won the Heisman Trophy. Yeah. And he's going on LinkedIn to share with the world, like, hey, so blessed to win the Heisman Trophy. He uses LinkedIn relentlessly. And I think this is great. I think more athletes should be using LinkedIn like this.
Why?
Because LinkedIn is the best networking platform. I know KB says it's a self. I'm not getting into it. I'm not going to give it a.
Ebo?
Kyle, give me a little more on LinkedIn.
Yeah, what do you
being
have
a
against
farce.
LinkedIn?
Well, I mean, KB.
I'm not on LinkedIn. I see screenshots. It's just entrepreneurs writing full novels about how much they've overcome.
It's a bit masturbatory. Even from an entrepreneurial sense.
That's the word.
Masturbatory.
Don't get me wrong. Fernando Mendoza is as in can be.
LinkedIn to me is.
He's using LinkedIn.
It's because I've never had an account. I've never seen it. Every time I've clicked on a link, I always get blocked by
Yeah, you
like
can't
the create
get there.
account. So it's this weird dark village, this corner of the internet that I always hear about, but I've never been allowed inside the gates.
T-Bob, let's make a LinkedIn.
We should. At this point, we should just to see what it's like.
You should go endorse him for public speaking.
I was going to say, endorse his skills. Listen, in a world where one person who was at the Heisman ceremony is going out to a random club in New York City with a sign that says F Indiana and blah, 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 you have Fernando Mendoza who won the Heisman Trophy and he's taking it to LinkedIn and using it as like a business opportunity.
They could not be more opposite.
Yeah, I just thought it was great.
No one's ever been more on the humbled and blessed crew than KB, who is a longtime hater of the humbled and blessed people who are not humbled.
Yeah, no, this was like a thing with athletes. Humbled and blessed to get my 47th Division I full ride offer.
Well, hey, speaking of offers, my first out is college football re-signings. For whatever reason,
Big
this
thing
year-
this offseason.
Yeah, this offseason has been crazy. We had Jaden Mayava re-sign with the USC Trojans. Essentially, for anybody who's confused, we're now taking this as an opportunity. Players who are committed to their schools, like they've already been playing at these schools, they are now re-signing contracts just to say, hey, I am not going to transfer to another school. I've worked out a new deal with my current institution, my current program. What happened to the game I love? What happened to college football?
Players started getting paid.
This is, I mean, another example of just like we're really going, we're missing the plot here. This should not be a thing. Why are we doing college football?
But isn't this just an ability for the team to say, hey, by the way, we're open for business. We got our guy still. Everybody else transfer to us.
Yeah,
It's a signal to the outside world that everything's good.
But the photo op and everything, I don't need
what
that.
I'm thinking is like, I understand the photo op because what Brandon's saying, I understand posting all this stuff, but it is a commentary on the sign of the times, but it's legitimate. I mean, when everybody is a free agent every single offseason, like big free agent signings are announced, or when you re-sign one of your franchise players, it's just that in college football now, it's every single offseason that's going to be the case.
I have an announcement. I am re-signing with Wake Up Barstool, and I will be here Monday.
Let's go.
Wow. Big time. That's what
Can I have a graphic made for that, please?
I hope to re-sign.
How much money you get? You take a pay cut?
Oh, my God. You wouldn't believe it.
Just whispering.
Huh. Ironic. Resign and re-sign.
Yes.
Very close to one another.
Very interesting.
It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
Okay. Let's move on. My next it's first down celebrations. I think these are taking the place of touchdown celebrations. Is just the best celebration.
You've been on
yet.
this.
I have been on this. It's now infiltrating everybody's daily life. People are doing it after they send an email. People are doing it at the bar. Jameson Williams is flicking a booger off, and then he's pointing first down. I love first down
that's
celebrations.
great, dude.
They're so
love
good,
that.
and they're so in right now.
I feel like everybody always does this thing. I don't know. I
they're
think
both-
it's a
both
gun, but
hands.
it's like not a gun. No, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's also your nose.
oh yeah, wipe it off.
It's a little bit of like
No,
JJ been
like the
doing
walking man a little bit, where you kind of like you get it on your fingers and then you go like that.
Who's doing
Oh,
this after
yeah.
they send an email? Name one person in America.
There's a TikTok trend there where you like, you do a regular
Yeah,
everyday
you pick the
activity.
booger and then you press send.
Yeah.
Straight in there.
Yeah, you put up a LinkedIn post or something like that. I don't know, and then you first down Zelly.
You getting money on the side?
No, because from
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
You
Even.
get
First down
LinkedIn
Zelly.
money?
No, I don't have LinkedIn money. I just like LinkedIn. I'm on it a lot. It's actually pretty good for.
You are
I'll get into it.
LinkedIn.
Anyway, my next
Donated
out.
Need to get LinkedIn to getting a haircut.
Stop. My next out, it's delusional parents. Parents are very delusional these days. There was a study that came out, Ohio State University put out a study where 27% of parents that they polled
Oh, Grabmeyer wrote this?
thought that their kid could play and get a college scholarship. 17% of parents thought that their kids could play professionally or at an Olympic level. We got to calm down. We got to pump the brakes. And we just got to admit.
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah. I mean, I've always, like, when I look at everything that I think's wrong with society, with rampant inflation, constant state of global warfare, I've always thought that parents believing in their kids too much is really something that we need to attack and take
Little
care of.
Johnny.
Having hope in your kids is something.
Yes.
Thank you.
God forbid. Oh, he has no chance.
Little Johnny, he might be killing it in T-ball.
Let's go
I
ahead and
sure.
smack our old 6-year-old in the face with reality.
Listen, I'm all for hopes and dreams and whatnot, but let's measure these.
No, you're not.
expectations.
You can't say this and say I'm all
27%
for
is
hopes and
crazy.
That's not even that many.
That is
27% is
crazy.
a miracle.
Percentage. That's probably it.
We were talking about this
All right.
yesterday, and everybody was on the side of, yeah, this is crazy. And then I bring it up on the ins and outs, and people go ballistic about it.
Do any of us four believe that your child could go D1 right now?
Yes.
I've got one D1 athlete in my house.
Okay, all right, then
I think almost assuredly I have at least
Oh,
one.
so we're at 50%.
your entire bloodline is D1.
That is true. That is true.
I think there's something beautiful about like the fantastical optimism of a knock-kneed gnome thinking his boiled noodle of an 8-year-old will play point guard for Villanova
Also, we have
and then go into debt, sending him to camps and clinics, private lessons.
40% of this room went D1.
We work in a sports company. Think about the accountants out there. Whatever. I'm out on delusional parents. All for hopes and dreams, but not in that case.
That's contradictory.
My next pigeons.
What?
Pigeons are in.
All right.
I used to be out on them.
Pretty good pigeon.
Then why they spell pigeons?
Birdman,
yeah.
Dad, of flying anywhere.
Listen, this is a video from our own Hannah Montoya. The Bears game, there were just a bunch of pigeons hanging out on the field, and they would not leave. You could see the pace of play picks up. Oh, we got to pause the video. But anyway, players are almost like running over these pigeons. I used to be out on them. I thought they were just a total waste of space. These things used to be delivering letters across Westeros and all that. Now they're just kind of like hanging out, begging for food.
So,
but I kind of like
Contradictory
it.
statements you just
No, but I like how the fact that they're just sitting on a football field having a good time.
So there were pigeons in Star Wars in Westeros?
Okay, so time out. First off, also, pigeons in real life deliver letters. Like, they're actually very badass. Ravens did it in Westeros to be a bit more fantasy.
True.
Oh,
But
boy.
pigeons are like
Just-
pigeons are like actually badass. And I mean, carrier pigeon, like KB, I feel like, do you have any pigeon knowledge? I don't fully understand how a pigeon could know how to navigate these spaces and deliver letters and whatnot.
I'm open to learning about pigeons.
Yeah,
But I do like the end.
they're in.
But
They're back in.
but now I
You
want to
thought
see.
He thought pigeons were in Westeros.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. What, were they in Harry Potter too? That wasn't owls? I mean, come on, Connor, dude.
I screwed that one up.
Grow up.
Hand up. That's
Oh
on me.
my God, grow up. Read a book, dude.
They can distinguish between paintings by Monet and Picasso. after
Pigeons.
training.
How do we
That's
know
a good
that?
in. That's a good
They're
in.
in.
How do we know they know that?
They can
They use-
remember images. They have won war medals.
See?
Yeah. They used to be useful. Now they weren't as much. Now I think I'm back in.
But what
So
is it
it's
about them just mulling about on the 50-yard line?
They're just like us. They're just there to
I've
watch
never
the
been
ball.
on the 50-yard line.
If I could fly, I'd watch 6.
Yeah.
I'd watch them 50.
And they're totally unfazed. I thought it was a great video.
And they taste great.
Okay, there we go. One thing that does not taste great.
Sure.
My last out. It's breast milk.
Why? We've done a lot of breast milk talk on this show.
I'm in on breast milk for babies. This is Phillies catcher Garrett Stubbs.
Yeah.
My beloved Phillies. He's taking a shot of breast milk
try
from
it.
his wife. But publicizing it online is an interesting tactic. I don't
Protein.
know.
It's maybe a little showy, but it's very healthy. I believe it's full of colostrum, and it's very sweet. It's like a cereal.
You've had it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a bit disturbed when I saw this. I don't know. This is just how my players are spending their off season. I didn't know how I felt about it.
The only odd part to me, again, and I've said it multiple times, so I apologize, it is the temperature.
Yeah.
Because the fact that it's fresh from a body means that it's warm, and I'm not used to warm body milk. Just try it before you knock it.
Are you out of
Children? You know what?
On children in general?
No, I'll try breast milk on this show if you guys will ever let me.
Yes, if we have any lactating individuals that would like to send in breast milk for Connor Griffin to drink on a Wednesday, please get in touch with us, and so we can finally settle this.
When did you stop breastfeeding?
When he was
I know where you're going with this. I don't know. Probably 1. I imagine.
Oh, you're how disciplined you are.
All right, that's the segment. That's the segment. Thank you, T-Bob. Appreciate it.
Oh, excellent job, Griff-Ins and outs. Okay, I think I think production wants us to go for a couple more minutes. We got Scottie Scheffler coming up next. Okay, we're going to take a break. Never mind. Stu Feiner in studio next. We're ready to roll with Scottie Scheffler, #1 golfer in the entire world, 4-time major champion. You see it right there. Excellent job, Connor.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
More Wake Up Barstool on the other side. Don't go anywhere, guys. This is FS1. Ready to roll! What's up, guys? You know what that means. It's Wednesday, and we have the source, the legend himself, Mr. Stu Feiner, back in studio. Stu, you look wonderful today.
I love you.
Very beautiful in the blue jeans. A
Thank
bit more
you.
casual.
Little cash.
Still put together and excellent and professional.
Thank you. I did shower, and
Hell
my
yeah.
shower at the Emilia Hotel is unbelievable because for the shampoo, they have this rum raisin shampoo that's absolutely breathtaking. And then for the body wash, they have peppermint. So I smell delicious. So if somebody just walked in like Zendaya, Dua Lipa, and wanted to lick me, I would taste.
Can I
fabulous.
smell you?
Yes,
Come here.
absolutely.
Come
I'm
here.
gonna fart.
I'm just gonna
Is
sniff
that
you.
all right? Do you smell it or not? Do you smell it?
Yeah, you smell fantastic.
Listen.
Guys, Brandon, do you want to sniff?
I'm not gonna. I don't need to smell him.
Do you want to sniff?
Can I say for the camera and for the national public, I got aroused. I didn't know it was passion or asthma, but I got aroused.
Yeah, I apologize. I apologize.
No. Hey, listen, you're an excellent looking human.
That street runs both ways, though, Stu.
Thank you.
Because you smell arousing.
Thank you.
Shout out to the raisin shampoo.
I heard that rum raisin. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
wow.
see my tweet of the raisins I got in my trail mix yesterday?
No, I actually blocked you on Twitter.
Oh my God. You probably did. I'm now one of the nameless, faceless masses that has been blocked by Brandon
You're
Walker.
one of the small Midwestern city of people. That block. The
Shout out
18,000.
KB.
Shout out
Shout out
KB.
KB. Love you, KB.
I love
Always want you to get a little time when I'm on because I love you.
Yeah, so we're going to talk to Scottie Scheffler. Oh, there it is, dude. Look, this fell out of my trail mix bag, guys. The best bag of trail
that is
mix
the
I've
worst
ever
thing
had.
I've ever seen.
That is
a dung beetle wouldn't touch that.
Do you know how delicious that was? That was like eating an entire box of dots.
Looks like Arya's poopy.
Arya being your dog.
Yes.
Oh, I was
Yes.
wondering who Arya was.
Shout out Arya.
Shout out your dog.
From Arya Stark, from Game of Thrones. We named it after Arya Stark.
Can we
that.
go one segment without a Game of Thrones reference?
No, dude, it's been happening all day.
I didn't
It's
know
just
there
natural.
was. I didn't know we.
Connor thought that they had pigeons in Westeros.
And they had ravens.
They don't.
They were ravens,
What an
not
idiot.
pigeons.
Shout out
That's why
Connor.
we kicked him off the show.
There's a reason why you're in that chair now, Stu. All right, so look, Scotty's going to join us in any minute, and that's going to be very fun. Let me ask you this. Let's go to a little sausage making here, Stu.
Sausage.
Because
Not actual sausage.
we were told, I apologize.
No, go.
Well, it's...
Get to the point here.
I was going to make a Jewish
Stop being
joke and
flustered.
I
I'm
blanked.
here, relax.
No, I was going to do what's...
I love you.
I was going to
There's
say...
no
it's-
pressure.
I was going to say...
Let's come on. You're paid big money here.
No, stop it, Stu!
Absolute
Damn it,
stop.
stop it! I just sniffed you. I was going to say it was kosher sausage, okay? Because it's Hanukkah.
Shut up.
Happy fourth day of Hanukkah, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm an Irish
now-
Catholic Jew, by the way.
Well,
I celebrate Christmas.
Merry Christmas as well.
My mother died 2002. Since that second, I celebrate Christmas.
So you don't celebrate Hanukkah at all?
I don't even know what Hanukkah is.
Wow.
From
I'm a
my
real-
birth
Lights.
to my mother's death, I'm a Jew. After that, I married Irish Catholic. I am now Irish Catholic.
Okay, now it's time to welcome in the #1 golfer in the world,
Of course
Scottie
it is.
Scheffler, who is a big Stu Feiner guy. Stu, are you a big Scottie Scheffler guy?
Listen, I love Scottie Scheffler. I love Meredith. I love Bennett. I pray to God when they have another child, they name him Scottie Scheffler Stewie.
Hey, morning, y'all. How you guys doing?
What's up, man? How we doing, Scotty? Dude, so, okay, is this true? We have been told that you are a big fan of Stu and Sports Advisors.
Yeah, big fan of Sports Advisors. I haven't been able to watch as much this year as I have been in the past with Little Bennett being around and up and at him pretty early on Sundays. But yeah, big fan of Stu, big fan of the show. I think you guys do a great job. It's very entertaining. Stu, you're the best, man. You make us laugh. It's a good time.
Listen, I can't express my feeling. It is such an honor to have my name flow out of your mouth. The greatest living golfer, for my money, better than Jack, better than Arnie, better than Tiger. And just watching you is like watching my friend just dominate the world. So I love you unconditionally. I love Meredith unconditionally, and I love Bennett. And I hope one day when you're golfing the Bethpage Black, I'm only literally an eighth of a mile away. You roll up. Sandy was ready for the Ryder Cup, but I know you had commitments to make you a breathtaking meal, hang out, and talk with Meredith. And I hug Bennett and throw him in the pool and just hug it out with him. I can't wait.
Scotty, will you agree to this? Will you agree to this on air to go to Stu's house next time you're at Bethpage Black?
I mean, I have no idea when the next time I'm at Bethpage Black, but I'd love to hang Stu, love to grab a meal.
Scotty, absolutely do not agree to that. Do not. You got to have some conditions or something, man.
I'll take the Dave Portnoy plane, the private plane. I'll fly anywhere you want, anytime you want, and I'll hug it out.
You don't have access to that plane, Stu.
Why are you blowing my cover?
I'm sorry.
Make me believe I'm a big shot here. It's in front of Scotty.
Sorry.
Why you embarrass me in front of my
I'm sorry.
my legend?
I'm sorry. My bad.
I forgive you.
Scotty, I have some intel that you maybe watch Stu Feiner before church. Specifically, is this a way of then immediately rectifying and getting right with God after watching Stu at sports? Stu cover himself in turkey and puke all over the room?
I mean, not exactly, no, but Sunday mornings, I like betting the NFL. I like, it's very entertaining. So Sunday morning, try and get my picks in. I have a friend that we like to place bets on games, just me and him, and so watch the sports advisors, get my intel, and then see which bets he wants to take. Just little stuff like that, just little stuff to keep it entertaining. I wouldn't say I'm a big gambler like a lot of the Barstool personalities are, but my buddy and I will bet a few bucks on a game and have some fun watching it.
Stu, give our boy a play.
Well, I mean, right now, gambling's for the rich to have fun and lose money, and you are rich, but don't lose any money. But again, on the show, 80% of my show really on Barstool Sports Advisors is performative entertainment. Because, the cold, hard reality of gambling, at the end of the day, it ain't fun. Most people lose, and they lose ugly. So I try to make it, performative, funny for you, and it just means the world that you get what I'm trying to do, and I could put a smile on your face. No two ways about it. So, that's what I'm looking to do, Scott. I'm always looking to perform for you and make you laugh. And it's an honor that I could do that I have the platform through Barstool Sports Advisors. Going back through, I've been doing this, my TV show since 1990, so it's a lot of fun. It really is. Right now, coming into the big games this week, all the money's on Oklahoma. All the money is on Texas A&M, and all the money's on the two monster favorites also. So I don't see any value there at all right now going into it. As I pick the game, Scotty, I like to go the day of the game, a half hour before. Do you personally have any favorites or opinion on what you like?
This weekend, no. I mean, if it was a college game, it's getting statistically improbable that I will continue to lose college football games. I mean, it's becoming an anomaly at this point. So anything in college, if I like it, I mean, at this point, I feel like I'm due for a win, but nothing this weekend. Tough. The A&M one's a tough one for me, being a Longhorn guy. And, we'll see. Usually, I mean, really what I do on Sundays is I'll just look at all the games and I'll kind of pick them, and my buddy will just choose which ones he likes, and then that's what we'll do.
Scotty, you'd be shocked. You actually can just keep losing in college football every single week.
Yeah, I have no money
I've
left.
proven every week of every year. So don't think it's going to statistically come to an end. It can go forever.
Never say never.
Correct.
Scotty, now, your Longhorns, you just referenced them.
All right.
Tough season, but how good did it feel to take care of A&M that last week? That had to be like, I know you didn't get the playoffs that you wanted, but that had to be pretty damn nice.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. So my family, I have three sisters. One went to Texas, and then the other two went to A&M.
Oh my God.
So we're pretty split even. We have one spouse who is an A&M guy, one spouse is a Longhorn guy, and so we were all together for Thanksgiving watching that game. And my brother-in-law, who went to A&M, just had an all-time reaction when A&M lost the game in front of my parents, and it was very entertaining. But overall, I mean, Texas, we knew they probably weren't going to make the playoff, but it's always fun beating A&M, and A&M gets to move on, and they got a playoff game this weekend that some of my relatives will be at, and so I might have to place a small bet on A&M just so I can root for them this weekend, and hopefully my family will have a good time at the game.
Okay, good guy, Scotty. Willing to root for the sisters. That's very nice.
Okay, I hate to go against the show here, but I'm going to ask an actual golf question.
What?
Shout out golf.
We got a
Shout out
golfer here.
golf.
I'm going to ask a golf question.
Let's
if
go.
that's okay with everybody.
Let's go.
So it is what, December 17th today? Is that what it is?
I
Yes.
believe so, yes.
December
I believe so.
17th. I can't
Wow,
say that the
Christmas.
PGA Tour season is raging right now. So what does the middle of December and the holiday season look like as far as preparation for 2026? What does this time of year look like for you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, this time of year looks like a lot of practice. I had a start last week or 2 weeks ago in the Bahamas, kind of a warm up start, and then actually right now I'm in Jupiter for the Golf Channel games tonight. Just like kind of a skills competition between Rory and myself. And, we each have 3 other guys on our team. And so it should be a lot of fun. But most of this time of year, I'm at home preparing, getting the mind right, getting the body right to go back out and start another long season, in the middle of January. So just a lot of practice, really.
Yeah, so we have some just massive golf nerds on the production team, Scotty, that are beside themselves. And they got very excited when they saw a video of you popping up of playing some indoor golf. And what could this mean for the future of Scottie Scheffler and maybe playing in some of these new indoor leagues?
It's probably still not a very good chance. I mean, that was my first time in the SoFi Center last night. We were doing some stuff for the Golf Channel games today, and it was really amazing. The screen and everything. I mean, the grass felt really good. I mean, it was a very cool place. But throughout the season, it's such a grind for us to be able to play as many tournaments as we do in the amount of time that we do. And with a young family at home, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not really for the timing for me right now to be flying to Florida on my weeks off to play indoor golf. Although it's very cool. It's been fun to watch, but I'm not really sure it's the timing for me.
Can I just ask one question? Scotty,
Yeah.
the golf simulator, does that actually help people really progress with their golf game? I was thinking of getting one. Should I get one? Because right now, I golf Bethpage Black twice, shot a 157 and a 171.
That's my dog.
I don't
That's me.
cheat, Scotty. I don't pick up
doesn't
my
cheat.
ball. I don't cheat. So will that help me?
First of all, very proud of you for not cheating. That is not a.
Thank you.
I mean, very proud, especially shooting those scores. That is a tremendous effort.
I'd argue you should cheat.
I mean, yeah, it definitely couldn't hurt. I've never been a huge indoor golf guy, but I mean, if you live in New York, I mean, especially this time of year, I mean, you're not really going to get too much access to golf courses, and it can be a fun activity inside with your buddies.
Hey, Scotty, so you mentioned the young family, man. What are the Christmas plans? Do y'all keep it like tight nuclear family only? You got to go see the extended family. What's going on next week?
Next week we'll be at home with my wife's family. Like I said, we were with my family for Thanksgiving, so we'll be with my wife's family for Christmas, and it's been really fun. My son's 1.5. He's very entertaining right now. He loves it. You just never know what he's going to get into. And he has this little Christmas tree in his room, and he loves it. He loves decorating our Christmas tree, and it fires him up. And it's very entertaining. So we're looking forward to some time at home and getting to relax with the family.
Yeah, it's the best. Are you a real tree guy?
Real treat for sure.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay, final question. Who's cooking the ravioli this year? I know the golf world's very worried about you cutting your hand again.
Yeah, I definitely will not partake in any cooking. We actually had some ravioli for Thanksgiving as well, which was pretty fun. But nobody cooked it. I think if we're doing ravioli, probably just going to be the frozen ravioli and heat it up.
Scotty, we cannot thank you enough for the time, man. Definitely a bucket list interview here.
Love you so much.
Stu, say goodbye to your best friend.
Listen, Scotty, love you so much. I'm a father of four sons. Sean, Alex, Ryan, John Allen. They all love you. They all worship you, as I do, and my wife, Sandy. So God bless you, Meredith and Bennett. Big hugs, big kisses to my number one guy in the world. I love you.
Thank you, Stu. Thanks for always keeping us entertained, man. A lot of fun.
God bless you, Scott.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I will.
Hell yes, dude. Scottie Scheffler, number one golfer in the world. I have the biggest. I didn't feel good when I woke up this morning. I feel incredible now, Stu.
I can't believe he was actually on. They told me yesterday to keep my mouth shut, which is almost impossible. I did. And then I heard in the green room, Scotty's here. It's like a dream come true. And I can't believe he loves me. And I love him. I love him. And I love you. I love love everyone.
All right, we got more Stu coming up after the break. We'll get into his picks. We got Hannah Montoya's football fashion report coming up later this hour. Still a lot to get to on today's Wake Up Barstool. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Sorry I said Happy Hanukkah. Actually, I'm not sorry. Happy Hanukkah.
Come on.
And Merry Christmas.
Born
and
a
Happy
Jew, raised a
Holidays.
Jew, I'm going to die a Jew. I
Yeah.
love Jewish stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I recited my first 2 lines of my Haftorah last week on the show. Everybody was impressed.
You did great, by the way.
Everybody was so impressed.
I definitely was. Good
Shout out Barstool Lisa. Shout out Lisa. Lisa immediately texted me.
Shout out Lisa. Look at this beautiful set. That's all live in Lisa. She's the absolute best. All right, Stu. So we talked a bit about the games with Scottie there. The playoff games coming up this weekend.
Correct.
You said all the money's on Oklahoma, all the money's on the 2 big favorites.
Mississippi, Oregon, like it's a jailbreak.
So, and by all the money,
And
you mean
Texas
public
A&M. Public
and
shops. I have not seen anything. I've seen no value yet. Obviously, it's Wednesday. Obviously, it could shift. I just have no, I would normally, Brandon and I talked off camera about that. Normally, I would be all over Alabama. I would be on them so hard, but at their skilled positions, they can't run the ball. I am very, very insecure with their quarterback play.
Yeah.
And if Oklahoma's D comes to play, again, it would be like Alabama. It's almost like the Patriots when they kept winning all those years. Almost like the Chiefs up until this year. You bet them every game, no matter what, because they're going to come through.
It's true.
But this year, Alabama is so weak at their skill positions that I'm very insecure with them. So right now, there's no edge as far as me on a Wednesday giving anything about those games. I'm looking for something to maneuver that I can make a move, but it's probably going to be Friday evening and it's going to be Saturday morning. So that's where we're looking right now.
Yeah, I got to find my Alabama rushing.
So
note.
I
Sorry,
love
Brandon,
Alabama.
go ahead.
I love Alabama here. I don't see Brent Venables going 3-0 against Alabama at Oklahoma. I just don't see. They played already. Alabama lost that game by 2 points. They outgained them by 220-something yards or something like that. They had a 96% win expectancy after that game, which doesn't really mean anything. But if they're playing again, I look at that and I'm like, wow, they had that the first time. And I do think they were embarrassing against Georgia trying to run the football, -3 yards. This hasn't been a strong running team all year. This isn't a typical Alabama team, but they can run better than that. And after that Georgia game, they got a 2-week break. They got to reset. I believe this is going to be the best Alabama team we've seen in about 6 weeks. They did suffer down the stretch of the season. I think the reset's going to help them more than it helps anybody.
So if you look from an S&P Plus perspective, Alabama underperformed 4 of the last 6 weeks, including getting stuffed in a locker by Georgia. Ty Simpson through 7 games had an 82.7 QBR.
Right.
Over the next 4 games, that dropped to 74.5. Over the last 2 games, it's all the way down to 54. He was awful against both Auburn and Georgia.
That's a rivalry game on the road, and Georgia Bulldogs.
I just want to say something about Georgia.
Yeah.
If Ohio State or Indiana does not win the national championship, Georgia's winning the national championship.
Yeah,
and they're
So
good enough
Oregon,
right now.
Oregon doesn't come into the equation for you?
No, absolutely
Okay.
not. Hate that coach. And in big games, they've always choked until they win the big game. I mean, they choked against Washington before they came over.
Yep.
I don't like them at all. Georgia could upset. Georgia's the best value right now. If you're just taking an underdog for your money to win the national championship, it's Georgia. They're real. I mean, Kirby has them playing out of their minds. I mean, even though they humiliated Alabama, and Alabama did not really hold up their end of the bargain, Georgia's great, and they're playing great right now. They could beat you anyway, upside down. I really like Georgia.
Yeah, they're playing
Now-
at the high level.
High level.
To your Alabama pick, Brandon, one thing about this Bama team that people don't really give credence to, that if Bama's going to make playoff noise, I think will actually be the key, is Alabama's defense is way better than people give it credit for this year. And I think it's because they kind of struggled out the gate. They didn't feel uber dominant, but against 4 top 15 offenses, they've only allowed 20 points per game. And look at how much better they got as the season goes on. First game against Georgia was 6.7 yards per play, then 6.2 against Vandy, then 5.3 against Mizzou, and then 4.4 against UGA Part 2. Like, UGA dominated that game, but offensively they were not dominant. So that Alabama defense is going to be a problem for an already bad Oklahoma offense.
You know, it's a decent point, Alabama's ebbs and flows through the season. Obviously, they opened the season losing to Florida State in embarrassing fashion. But then over the next 6 or 7 weeks, they were one of the best teams in the country.
Yep.
They reeled off 4 ranked wins. They were outstanding, and then they kind of showed some rust towards the latter part of the season. Oklahoma's offense this year was never good. Never. It was never good. Their defense is an elite championship caliber defense, but their offense was never ever good, and there's no reason to believe they're going to be good in this game. And if you come into a playoff game with half a team, as Oklahoma is, I think you're always vulnerable.
Counterpoint: 3 more weeks for Dr. Shin's procedure to heal for John Terry.
That's right.
I just don't know that he was that great before the injury.
Off a triple bye.
But before we move on,
I'll probably have a triple bye in my future.
We should highlight just one more time how badass Oklahoma's defense is. Second in success rate allowed, third in stuff rate, third in sack rate, fourth in 3 and out rate. Like they have no weaknesses.
How's your stuff rate, Stu?
I always fill the hole.
Really?
I exceed the hole. I tear the hole.
That's my fault.
Of course it's your fault.
Gotta expect that.
I mean, you put the
Wait, are you
That's a Scottie Scheffler reference. You put the ball on the tee. I hit it 400 yards.
So that's 100%.
100% stuff rate.
100%.
Hell yeah,
110%.
That'd be number 1 in the country, probably, right?
Gotta be.
Right.
And we're talking about college kids.
You cannot. Nobody has a higher stuff rate than Stu. You can
Shout
tie
out
him.
Stu.
You can tie him, but you cannot surpass him.
Correct. Can I, the main part of the show, what did Stu eat? I had an incredible dinner last night.
Tell me,
At
feed
the
me.
Emily Hotel. I mean, it was breathtaking. That's where I'm staying, shout out Emily Hotel. I had a tomato bisque soup that is an 11. It was unbelievable.
Interesting. A simple dish.
Oh, it was breathtaking with no croutons. Because if you put croutons in a soup, what it's saying is the soup is not great. You need the croutons to really put it over the top. There were no croutons.
Interesting.
I had a Caesar salad that absolutely rocked.
Croutons in the Caesar salad?
Yes, but I didn't eat them because they fill me up. But my wife Sandy did. Then we opened with 12 wings. We had 6 flats and 6 drumsticks. Sandy ate 3 flats. I ate 9. Buffalo, crispy, unbelievable. I had the meatballs, and they give you 4 little teeny tiny meatballs, and then they give you this almost like a Texas toast as an appetizer. Texas toast, but it was an Italian Texas toast. It was great. I was thinking of you when I was eating
an Italian Texas toast?
I can see it in my head.
Two different municipalities.
No, it's thick.
It was super thick. It was crunchy, but it had like oregano and garlic on it, so that's what put it over the top. But if I showed it to you, you'd say, is that Texas toast? Then I had a whole chicken, and I only ate the breast and the wing part.
You had a whole chicken?
A whole chicken. Breast
what about the
and
thigh?
a wing. What?
What about the thigh?
The thigh and the pokey I left because I was full. I was full. They give you these fingerling potatoes that were unbelievable. And then they gave you veggies that were crispy. It was a great meal. I had 4 glasses of water, 2 Diet Cokes, 3 pee-pees, and 1 poopy.
So my question
Great
is,
stats.
this
No
restaurant.
dessert.
But no dark meat. You're a
No, I'm white. Shout out white.
I like dark meat.
No, I'm all white.
Interesting.
I love dark meat.
Chicken
too.
choreography.
The restaurant was just called the Hotel Emily, or is the restaurant inside the Hotel Emily?
It's inside the hotel.
What was the name of the restaurant? Do you know?
Hotel Emily.
Okay. Well, that was the original.
It's an
question.
eponymous name, Brandon.
I don't know, be honest with you.
Okay.
I'd be remiss. I would lie. I have no idea.
Sure. But it's in the Hotel Emily.
It's in the Hotel Emily, but it rocks. And I'm going right after this, right to have their pancakes, bacon, sausage, and their freshly
You're going back to your hotel.
Yeah, because I got a shave shower again. Put my suit on and have a breakfast. Haven't eaten yet.
Do you shave your body?
I've never done that in my life.
Okay.
No, I won't. No.
Does Sandy ever shave your back?
She's never shaved anything on me. No. With the razor, the only thing she'll do is slit my throat and my wrists.
Yeah.
Because there is no prenuptial. She gets everything, and if I was her, I would do it.
Yeah,
if she's made it this far, though,
risk.
Stu.
Too much risk.
True. She loves me unconditionally. It's unbelievable. It's one of the 8th wonders of the world.
There you go, guys. Our favorite guy in the world, Stu Feiner, the source, ready to roll. Sports Advisors coming out when? Friday?
Friday, 7 o'clock. Only 4 weeks left.
Scotty, if you're listening, be ready for Friday.
And this week, I'm flying back Sunday morning. I'll be on the stream. I'll be on the Barstool stream because we're doing the Christmas show Monday.
Let's go. All right, we love you guys. We'll see you next segment. Thank you, Stu.
Pigeons used to be everywhere. I don't
Yeah.
think as many as used to.
They were never in Westeros, though.
No.
Question of
Oh,
the
they
day.
were never in Westeros.
Yeah, I took a lap. I'm sorry. I got that wrong. I'm having an off day.
Question of the day. If dinosaurs had such small brains, why do so many birds have relatively large brains?
We ignored this question during the break because we all thought it was a bad question.
Well, so after testing out in the focus group here, I realized the focus group is full of idiots.
Bird
And
brain.
Not non-represent. Yes, as dinosaur brain idiots. And so I wanted to pose it to people at large. I also wanted to use it as a way to say, if you go on Twitter and you tweet us any question with hashtag AskWub, we'll answer it at the end of the show.
Really?
So go on Twitter and
we start doing that?
hashtag AskWub. Something we've been toying around with. By the way, I'm not blocked by Brandon on Twitter.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, that's sick. All right, let's do college football playoff bracket. We're gonna treat this like a writer's room, guys. We are going to look at the bracket, pick games, except we're gonna let Ebo pick the top left game first. All right, Ebo. No, we said during the break we agreed you could have unilateral decision making over the top left game.
Yeah, and I'll sit out the game where I'm biased. I think we, as a group, should take Oklahoma. I know we were beating the drum for Alabama. I think we should go.
This is a debate game because I'm leaning Oklahoma here as well.
I think this is going to be a chalky playoff. There is one upset by the seeds that will happen in round one, and that is Alabama is going to Oklahoma and winning this game.
In Norman.
Yes, that is what Oklahoma means.
Can I just say, I shouldn't feel terrible for them, but I do. We just saw Oklahoma go to Tuscaloosa less than a month ago and beat this Alabama team. The fact that they have to play them again, and if they were to lose, I'd feel terrible. I am kind of with Brandon.
I've been
Alabama.
there.
I
beat them in Tuscaloosa only to lose them in a national championship.
Very true.
So it's 2-2.
So you would get it.
KB's the tiebreaker.
KB, your tiebreaker.
Are any of us worried that Ty Simpson might be a little injured?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, he hasn't been right.
I think he kind of sucks.
That's a lot.
I don't like that. No deep ball or what?
And the receivers haven't been good. Ryan Williams is taking a big step back.
Yeah.
But based on the field test, I don't see Oklahoma being a playoff winning team.
Agreed.
Do you, Brandon?
No, that's
Give me Alabama.
Okay.
Damn!
I think I just believe in Alabama more than I believe in Oklahoma.
All right, Alabama's through. JMU, Oregon. Look,
You guys
we love the
just do your
Dukes.
thing.
Shout out Chesney, but
Do your thing.
JMU, second in the country in time of possession. They could shrink the game.
What a pathetic stat to be second.
Jared
They're
Parker, too. We're up there in the top right of the adjusted
What a
offense and defense,
pathetic
so.
stat to
Brandon,
be
do
able
you
to,
think they cover?
I mean, they could. Yeah, listen, I don't think Oregon's going out there and having to prove anything here. I think, what is it, 20, 20 and a half?
21.
I mean,
Sharpson moves down a half a point.
they could lose 38-17 and push.
JMU or Penn State?
What about them? This year?
Who's better?
In football?
Oh, JMU. I'll go JMU.
Thanks, guys.
I mean,
Brandon.
what's the next game? What's the next game?
I'll be having tendies on Saturday.
Yeah, Miami.
I'll be eating tendies.
Miami, Texas A&M. That's a way of saying that you think they're going to win
Yeah.
and you don't.
I-
Miami, Texas A&M.
I think these are two very even teams. One of them is at home in front of 107,000 people. That's where I lean. I don't believe in this A&M team at all.
I can't get away from College Station either as being the factor that I'm just in complete agreement with Brandon.
I think it's the U. I think the Louisville loss was to a team that's much better than their record. I think that
Interesting.
Carson Beck turned the ball over a bunch in that game. And their only other loss is the overtime game at SMU, who is...
Neither of their losses is that bad. We
Yeah.
kind of act like they're terrible.
Yeah. I really like Miami in this game. I think Miami might blow the doors off them here.
I like the U.
Oh, another tie-breaking situation.
I really like Miami in this game.
Also, interesting you would highlight the Louisville loss. Is there a reason why you would have that as a quality loss?
Yeah, I actually do. I think their defense is a lot better in terms of adjusted for...
Okay, nothing else.
Louisville was terrible down the stretch.
Yeah, well, they also lost their starting quarterback 1 point, Brandon, so...
Okay, but nothing else. All right, cool. KB, tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm just going to plagiarize this guy, Bill Connolly, Texas
Love
A&M.
Bill. Love Bill. All right, A&M moves through. And then in Ole Miss, Tulane again.
A lot closer than the first time at Ole Miss at home.
Yeah. Great quarterback matchup, though, in terms of what they mean to their teams. All right, now let's go back to the top left. In the Rose Bowl. Ooh, that's sexy.
Yeah.
Indiana, Alabama. Give me Indiana. Just no flaws. Much better team.
Brandon, don't do it.
You're doing bits. You're doing tricks.
I'm not doing bits.
You're doing bits and
I'm
tricks.
tricks on it.
That Indiana
Brandon's
team...
doing tricks on it, guys. Photoshop
That
it.
Indiana team, when they beat Ohio State, acted like they just won their Super Bowl, like they just crossed the finish line. No, that isn't the finish line, guys. an Alabama team that gets a little momentum behind them. In the Rose Bowl, Indiana hadn't been there in eight or 9 decades. Give me Alabama.
When are you going to
I'll
trust
get
Kurt
voted down,
Cignetti?
fine.
When are you going to trust Kurt Cignetti?
I'll get voted down, fine. Well, he certainly didn't show me anything in the playoff last year to trust.
I like Cignetti in the sense that I'm hoping that we get this matchup because obviously he used to coach at Alabama and then he goes his own separate way and takes this real whirlwind path to get back to this point. So going up against Alabama, I think Indiana, who has been a lowly program its entire existence, they want Alabama in this game to make a statement. I think they would. I think they would beat Alabama.
Indiana thrives on being doubted, so let me doubt them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Ebo?
I think it's a bit of a safety issue having these teams play with so many Group of 5 transfers on Indiana, but I think Indiana wins.
Yeah.
By the way, Kurt Cignetti just won AP Coach of the Year for the 2nd consecutive year.
Crazy.
That's
Look how
gotta
rare
be the
that
first
is.
time that's.
I thought so, but no, it's first time since '98.
Hold on. 98. Wouldn't have been Fulmer.
Well, so okay, let's.
Was it Kansas State? Snyder?
No, I want to look this up in the break because it seems a bit at odds with one another. Because I also have 3 other coaches that have won it twice, and I don't see where any of them would have won in '98. So we'll circle back around.
Do the bracket then.
All right, Orange Bowl, Oregon, Texas Tech. Damn.
I like Texas Tech, guys.
So much NFL talent in this matchup right here.
I like that Texas Tech defense against the Oregon team who, in the big game, well, first of all, they haven't had many big games this year. This will be like their 3rd one. They were so lukewarm against Indiana. And on the road against Penn State, they weren't great. On the road against Iowa, they weren't great. Now they get all the way across the country against a rested, fresh Texas Tech defense that's nasty. Give me the Red Raiders.
The physicality, would be tough.
Now I will say this: Oregon's a physical-ass team.
They are.
Yeah. And fast.
That's been the best thing that Dan Lanning's done up there. Is this is no longer a soft West Coast Oregon. That said, I'm just sticking with my guns. I believed in Texas Tech in that front 7 all year long. I'm not going to bail now.
Sticking to your guns, that's a pretty good pun.
Texas Tech.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Move on the Red Raiders. Ohio State, Texas A&M.
Blowout.
Yeah.
Route.
Blowout.
You guys can keep saying that so you guys can be in the hype video in case A&M wins. I'm not going to.
Actually, I will agree with you on blowout because there's a
It's Michigan loss all over again. Indiana humbled Ohio State. They're about to be an 800-pound rolling ball of chainsaws.
Road game though.
And think about
road game.
Think about how. In the Cotton Bowl, that's true.
In Texas.
Yeah, that's a good point. But Ohio State fans travel.
Yeah.
That has always been done.
I don't think that would be.
And I will say this: Ohio State. Think about the weapons. Think about the big play potential. A&M has one of the weirdest stats I've ever seen because the defense is great the vast majority of the time. But when they allow a big play, when they allow a successful play, it's a big one. An average of 14 yards allowed per successful play. That ranks 135th out of 136 teams. So that's a weird little Achilles heel.
I don't know what to do with that stat.
It's
Because if they don't allow a big play, we don't have to worry about it.
well, that's what. So I guess the point is that they're an elite defense that allows more points than they should because they just when they make gaffes, they're like think about the South Carolina game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. All right, maybe it is a bad stat. Ole Miss, Georgia.
I like it.
This is a different Georgia team from when they played the first time. It was close then. It won't be close this time, Georgia.
Yeah. And I agree with Stu. Ohio State, Indiana, then probably Georgia.
Sets up an incredible 2-3 matchup in the semifinal.
Damn, I just realized if Tulane wins, we'll be playing in New Orleans in the Sugar Bowl. That'd be sick. All right, semifinals, guys. What a Final Four. Chalky Final Four. Indiana, Tech.
Well, considering I didn't have Indiana in this spot, and I was always planning to pick Texas Tech to beat Alabama, I say Texas Tech myself.
Look, I'm going Indiana, man. I've said it all year long. Said it going into the Ohio State game. They are as complete as Ohio State, the most complete in the entire country. They went and proved it. They have all the elements. Give me Indiana to the Natty.
I really wish these semifinals were flipped a little bit. I wish it was the two Goliaths, the traditional powers, going against the upstart teams. But I really like Texas Tech. I think they're very good.
Okay, Connor?
I'm going Hoosiers.
Yeah.
I think I have to.
Kyle?
I'm gonna go Indiana. Let me answer me this: if Indiana just makes the championship, where does Cignetti rank amongst best coaching performances of all time?
It's already. I mean, it's already got to be top.
He's at 1 or 2 now.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Indiana is doing this.
So again, when I wrote down that Signetti stat,
You guys are just going to go chalk 1 versus 2? Really, a lot of courage.
We can still
here.
pick Georgia.
A lot of courage.
no,
here.
I'm going to choose Ohio State to screw up here, and for Georgia to make it through, and then we get an SEC Big Ten battle for dominance.
Well, I'm doing all this in protest because I didn't want it to be chalk. I did have Ohio State winning here. I still have Ohio State winning here, but my personal one was Ohio State and Texas Tech, so it ain't my fault.
I really like Georgia too. I like the 3 and the 4 seed here. I think they're both very capable national champions.
We're banking on Ohio State having the same type of run that they had last year, where they got the loss out of the way and then they hit this second gear in the playoff. But what if they don't hit that second gear? That Georgia team is good enough to beat Ohio State. The Ohio State that we saw in the Big Ten Championship.
There's a potential massive difference between Will Howard and Julian Sayin. Sayin has been awesome, but I don't love how he responded to the first time where he really got pressured and punched in the mouth. That said, Georgia not a super disruptive front.
He led that team down the field twice in the second half against Indiana, and they ran into 4th and 1 both times, and there was one stupid play call, and then they tried for a field goal that they missed. Like he
wasn't objective. He wasn't terrible.
He wasn't, but he had his team in position to win that game.
But Will Howard was over the top last year to get them through. We're going Georgia, right? It was 3-2 Georgia.
3-1 Georgia.
Oh, 3-1 Georgia. Okay, sorry.
Wow.
We'll do Georgia too.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. Ohio State winning is eggs for breakfast.
Yeah,
That's a team that just wins it all.
Yeah.
I mean, we would have never said that previous to last year, but no, I get it. You're a Les Wexner shill. I understand that. I've always said that about you.
He has good theories, yeah.
All right, Indiana, Georgia.
I have Ohio State winning here.
Who? Hoosiers, Indiana. Signetti caps off the most magical 2-year run we've ever seen in college football history with the Indiana Hoosiers winning the national championship.
I'm going to take Indiana because I can count it as a pseudo-national championship for me, so I'll take Indiana.
What is that?
Because he came from JMU.
And I'll have the starting defenses from JMU.
Apparently, everything runs through JMU these days.
Yep. College football does.
Mark Byington, 11-0, I believe, at Vanderbilt right now.
16-0 national championship for Indiana would be a big jump. I probably have to lean Georgia here just because of that. I don't know.
Kyle?
Yeah, Indiana winning it all is simply just too powerful
It's
of a thing that could happen on this earth. As much as I want it.
If these are the choices, I go Georgia as well.
So it is interesting to me that it does seem like still, even at this point, the burden of Indiana's history.
Well, this is deep water now, man.
Going 16-0 and winning a national title.
Okay.
It might be tough.
But is it any crazier than Curt Signetti taking over a team that in 2022 became the first program in the NCAA with 700 losses, and now in his first 2 years going 24-2? Undefeated this year, avenged his only loss one of his only 2 losses that he, by the way, the 2 losses to the Natty teams last year. He avenged one of them to win the Big Ten championship, to beat y'all's unbeatable Ohio State. Okay, I'm just
I
saying.
got the Buckeyes winning it.
Number 1 in the AP poll, number 1 seed, Georgia. I think Georgia was the group choice there. The Georgia Bulldogs.
Congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs for winning
wow.
our meaningless Wake Up Barstool championship.
All right, Hannah Montoya, Football Fast Report coming up next.
Let's go JMU.
Dudes.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Wake Up Barstool. It's time. We do it every Wednesday for the Hannah Montoya Football Fashion Report. Hannah, what's up, girl? Take it away.
Hey, guys. I'm stoked to be here. I want to say off the bat, my voice sounds a little bit terrible.
Why?
Well, we did After Dark last night.
Yep.
And then the Bears game had a lasting effect on me, vocally speaking, and mentally as well.
Okay, can we start there?
Totally.
Speaking of fashion, it was freezing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like people's Cokes were freezing when they opened the caps on the bottles. How did it feel to be in the stadium?
It was nice drinking slushy. Like, that was
that's
fun.
true.
But it also is just cold going into your cold little body. So that wasn't really fun. But, I mean, thank God everyone had hand warmers. That I put 2 in my shoes.
Okay, heady
So
play.
that was a life hack, honestly. It was
And the Bears kicked ass.
They did. That was helpful. Now let's get into the fashion.
Yes,
guys.
let's get into the fashion. Sorry, guys, my bad.
All right. Right off the bat, I wanted to start with a hot one because I feel like this rocks.
Damn.
This rocks. There's a lot of them that kind of suck, and we might end up getting there. Who's to say? No spoilers. So I want to get your guys' ratings on Arden Key.
LSU boy.
Arden Key, LSU boy.
Again, pay attention to details. The bag, Louis.
Now, Hannah, can I ask a question? Because I think this looks fantastic. This is like simple, classic, looks great, modern. Are tight suits on the way out, though?
I'm not sure.
Because I've been thinking a lot about that lately. I don't know. I'm genuinely asking. Dudes, anybody know?
I kind of like it.
I think you're right. I think people are going for the looser look.
The looser.
It just feels like it's almost time to rebound back. But I love this. I think Arden looks fantastic.
Oh, 9s across the board. Wow.
Yeah.
Lines across. Wow.
My
I think it
biggest
looks-
question,
yeah.
the ankles.
That's-
Showing ankles.
That's part of the tight
That's
suit
part
fit.
of the, is it?
It's part of the tight suit fit. You go no socks and ankles.
No socks and ankles?
Yeah.
See, that's where I wouldn't give it a 10 either. It's too much ankle.
Is
Okay.
the bag at this point the first thing they pick out?
They might build around it, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if Stu was here, I think that'd be the first thing he
God,
pointed out.
Gasoline smile on
He does
it
really
as
like
well.
the accessories out of it, I think.
Good looking guy.
Yeah, very, very dapper. All right, and then moving on, this
See
one
his
might be a
stuff,
little
right?
bit more controversial.
Oh my God.
One of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is
Embarrassing. Do I have a 0?
This guy's an NFL player.
Yeah, here, hold on. Here.
Jermaine Illuminor from the Giants.
Oh, walking into a Giants game like that?
He looks so
New
happy.
York Giants? He looks happy,
two
but
from
they
Connor.
suck.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
Is it a rug? Are we sure it's a scarf?
It's a blanket.
Yeah.
It's a dog bed.
But is it attached?
The thing is, how much?
not
So that's
positive.
Balenciaga. How much do you think that costs, Hannah?
Oh my God. I mean, there's commas involved. There's commas involved in this price number for sure.
I'll never forget Balenciaga did a Fortnite collab, and all it was a red shirt that said Fortnite, and it was $1,000.
Yep.
That was the first time I ever heard of that.
That'd be fine if you forgot that.
That's true. I probably should.
Did they do a skin? Do you know?
I don't know. But they are doing Kim K skins, apparently.
Oh, they're doing Skims
Yeah.
skins?
No. Like Fortnite is bringing the Kardashians to Fortnite.
Wow.
Right after they did Star Wars and right after they did The
That
Simpsons.
deserve a wow.
I mean, the big three.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible. Okay, yeah, so this one's pretty much universal.
I do like how round he looks. It makes him look happier.
Just like physically?
Yeah, like the shape language of the outfit is very round.
He's like a snowman. He's round
Yeah.
on top of round.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of like this a little bit more now.
I like that orb-like. That's
Next.
perfect. All right, moving on. We've got Mason Graham on the Browns. This is a hoodie. This is how it's supposed to look. This isn't DIY. I would love to hear your guys' takes because this is a big streetwear thing.
Oh, first of all, he's not the best guy in this picture. Secondly,
Oh, yeah, who's
Wow.
watching?
That guy. Who is that?
UAB.
That's actually
Good
sick.
call, Brandon.
Getting mogged from
He
the
looks
background.
like a teen who's being taken to like counseling by his parents. He looks like a rebellious teen in this.
Like he got caught graffitiing.
I'm giving this a 1 again.
I don't mind the hoodie, but the facial hair. Ugh.
Oh, wow.
Just the
I think you have to at least respect the cool guy look, because this is a cool guy look.
There's just no doubt you had that facial hair at one point in your life.
just the chin.
Yes.
No.
Okay,
No.
sorry.
No.
Parents in the room.
That's tough.
Can
That's tough.
you correct me if I'm wrong? Does that look like baby spit up on
Oh.
the jacket?
Yeah, it actually does.
It's like the same color, right?
Yeah. And like texture looking, and like you kind of wipe it away and then you dab
Yeah.
it, but it doesn't really go away fully.
It being right on the sleeves too looks like he might have coughed up.
Yeah,
something as well.
it's true.
Yeah, I'm out.
Maybe yeah. Maybe
I'd like to give a 10 to the gentleman behind him.
There we go. Honorable mention.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he looks.
I would
sick.
trust that guy with my life.
Yeah.
It's like Shaft.
Okay, and then Mac Hollins, obviously. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like-
I already know what's coming.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's cold. There's no shoes, no shirt, just Mac.
I don't know why I have 2 10s, but I'm using them.
Double 10?
Oh, I've been looking for
How'd
my
you get
tip.
210?
Why? Because it's so tough.
I don't know how I got 2 10s.
Okay, this is very
How is this
divided.
fashion?
Because it's cold and he's barefoot.
Right.
Methinks the Mac doth protest too much. Too much of a bit here, Mac. Okay, we get it, dude. We get
Do you
it.
think this is like the 10s are because like when little boys are at school and they're like, it's not that cold and you don't put on a jacket?
Yeah.
Like, is this ultimate cool? Like, is this it?
I like to imagine me walking shirtless through the snow into battle.
Oh, wait, that is kind of sick. Now you're
Yeah,
kind of selling
yeah.
me, dude. All right, I'll go 6 for all of his abs. Or does he have 8? He looks like he
There's
probably
a lot.
has 8.
There's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, there's 8 there. I'm close to the screen, I promise.
There's so
you.
many abs.
That is crazy. Everyone's saying it's a little bit of aura farming though.
That's why
wrong with
I
that.
was low.
Little bit of
Definitely
note there.
low.
Cold is just a mindset.
You can't be cold if you try hard enough.
Exactly.
All right, and then last but not least, we've got Jermaine Johnson. Would love to hear your guys' takes on this one. It's gonna get up there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the hat. The hat I think is the loudest part.
Couldn't find his New Hampshire chain, Ebo.
Brando.
There's a Grinch-like texture to his vest as well.
Yeah. I kind of like the Grinch-like texture.
The hat kills it.
I cannot get there with the hat.
Yeah.
It's a bit too teddy bear.
Disney.
That's what.
It's a hidden Mickey. There you go.
Now you're talking my language, Hannah. As a Disney park nerd, we love a good hidden Mickey guy. But the ear ratio's off for Mickey, so I can't go that high.
There you go. It's a little too cuddly. I feel like you could pull off that hat, KB.
I love it, but I'm also biased because I'm sexually attracted to him.
That is the Hannah Montoya Football Fashion Report. Hannah, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. This rocks. I love it here.
All right, guys. We got Ask What? Oh yeah, more Wake Up Barstool coming up next. Breaking news, Brandon Walker re-signed to Wake Up Barstool. That's right, guys.
Yeah.
He will be back on Monday. He's not going anywhere. The portal didn't get him. First take, thought they had him.
Is that an Allen?
Not so fast, Stephen A.
I don't usually like to use my re-signing for attention, so this is out of character for
God,
me.
you look so cool.
Yeah, who's the man on the
It's the
car?
best I've ever looked, yes.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
I would follow you into battle.
Yeah, well, it just...
Looks like you've won multiple national championships.
I do look like somebody who's accomplished, don't I?
Marshall Rooster Cogburn.
Sure.
Hell yeah, dude, old marble mouth. All right, let's get into some Ask Wub questions. You ask, we answer. Throw them up on the screen, guys.
What do we got?
Okay, perfect.
Here we go.
Pose it. Ask Wub. If all the other planets and Pluto could sustain human life, which planet would be the best besides Earth to live on?
Okay, that's a good one. So, it feels like, of course, and then I think, so that's my point of view.
I was going to say that.
My chalk is Mars, but
Jupiter would be sick, though. Jupiter's so
Jupiter
big.
was my answer. But you do? Are we taking into account that some are gaseous and some are solid?
Can we run around the rings of Saturn?
Yes, I want to know, A, can we live on the rings, and then how would we live on a gaseous planet?
You have a vacation home on the rings, potentially?
No, you'd have your vacation home on like Venus or Mercury, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, like you're just hot.
It might be
You gotta
Saturn.
escape the winter.
I think Saturn.
Saturn has jaw-dropping geography, lakes, rivers, seas, and sand dunes the size of continents.
Okay, yeah, we're in on Saturn then. That sounds awesome.
All right, yeah.
All right.
But think about the commute.
Big Six, Alyssa, our girl, Ask Wub. What is everyone's current dream Wub guest?
The Rock.
I mean, we'll just go true dream, Peter Jackson. If I ever got to interview Peter Jackson.
Probably Nick Markakis.
Yeah.
I'd go probably Saquon Barkley. Yeah.
The Rock.
In the same line of thinking as
We can
Ebo.
maybe do Saquon.
I'd love to if we could get Saquon on the show.
I feel like top athletes don't give you too much. It'd be someone really controversial.
Such as?
Akon.
Okay. All right.
Once he gets, is he still locked up? Because anyway, I know that sounds like a bad joke, but didn't he literally just get?
No, I think he's.
Wake Up Barstool. Bjarne Wahlberg. Does Ebo speak on this show?
I was asked.
Well, let me answer that. Obviously, Ebo speaks on this show. He speaks all the time. He has his own voice. It's not just us talking for him. He speaks. Isn't that right, Connor?
I hate this question from Bjorn. Say something, Ebo.
Should Connor Griffin eat his Penn State McDonald's meal Saturday for Ebo?
I would prefer you don't.
Why not?
I would prefer.
What a turn!
I prefer you don't, to be honest.
I'm trying to do anything I can for the Duke.
I would request that Mark Titus eats it, but not you.
Griff-Ins, I like that.
You know what time it is? All right, there it is.
Oh, that's my
guys.
girl, Alyssa. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Pick Six Alyssa. We love her. She's the best. Shout out to everybody who watches this show every day. Y'all are the best. Thank you for making us part of your daily lives. Thank you, boys. Another excellent Wednesday show in the books. We'll be back tomorrow morning. More Wake Up Barstool. Have a wonderful day, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Love y'all.